When you're dealing with an immature, broken person, the more you try to care about them and open yourself up to them and trust them and build a friendship or a relationship or something like that, you try to get close to them, the more they can push you away because of their issues. They get anxious and defensive. They will not tolerate your own opinions and you being you and your boundaries and standards, and this can be very painful, when you care about this person. So I do advise you to protect yourself, of course, and remember that it's not your fault that this is happening. But these kind of people exist, and it's just so sad. And especially as a sensitive woman, when you've already been abused in your life, it can be so very painful. If you are in love with a man, you're in love with a person who hurts you again, when all you wanted was a loving, true partner for yourself, a life partner who you can trust and open up to. And all they do is create problems, conflicts, and issues, arguments out of nowhere, out of the blue, when you don't expect it. This can be very, very, very painful and stressful and dangerous for your health. Not only your mental, but also your physical health. And so you have to pay attention and start protecting yourself, choosing differently, cutting off these kind of people, not loving them, but loving yourself. This is the toxic cycle that they keep causing these arguments, conflicts, issues. If you try to talk about your feelings, for example, you try to be yourself openly, authentically, trust them, and build an actual relationship, and they just attack you, they blame you, they get defensive. This is a big sign that they are very immature and they cannot hear you properly. They cannot understand you because they are so wounded within. They have so much pain within that they should seek help. And, if they don't seek help, if they don't want to change, of course, they will be repeating this pattern with every single person who tries to come close and love them and care for them. So if you notice yourself blaming yourself again and wondering, why did you create this again in your life? I mean, why did you even interact with this person in the first place? Well, I want you to remember that it is a lesson. It's another lesson that you have not learned yet because it's repeating itself. Because once a lesson is learned and faced, and you show up for yourself and for the lesson, it will go away. Like I've said before, it will disappear. It won't bother you anymore because the universe will notice that, okay, this person has learned their lesson and they are choosing differently now. They are emitting better energy, their own energy now. One thing to be open-hearted, kind-hearted, empathetic, the amazing, beautiful, loving person that you are, and dealing with these kind of people when all they want to do is use you as their energy supply. A very basic narcissistic trait. And also process everything and understand yourself again after all the abuse, and love yourself and empower yourself. That can take a lot of time and effort. Walk, but it is a win if you can really acknowledge that it's the other person's problem. It's not your problem. It's not your fault, because all you want is peace. If it was up to you, the relationship would work. So if you find yourself interacting with this person, trying to be in a relationship, for example, with a person who is constantly causing arguments and conflicts and blaming you for them, well, that's gaslighting. And narcissistic people typically do this. And yes, it can stem from your past, especially if your parent was a narcissist. And that is why this lesson has appeared again in your life, because it's a lesson for you to know that the universe is actually supporting you and guiding you forward. And your lesson is to step up, you know, and cut this person off and love yourself and take care of yourself and everything. Because you deserve better. You deserve safe relationships, healthy relationships, you know? People who actually care about you and value you and accept you and respect you the way you are, that you don't have to be pretending to be something else. The irony is that they are pushing you away, they're hurting you, they're abusing you, they are gaslighting you and doing all of these toxic tricks to you without realizing to actually take accountability and responsibility of their own behavior, of their own mental and emotional health. And they are destroying your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health at the same time, because they are so hurtful, because you are attached to them with your heart, with your soul. Likely you are dealing with a soul tie, trauma bond, codependency situation if you have this going on. And it's a very dangerous situation to be in, because you will be only destroying yourself and your life if you keep on staying. And I believe that one of the reasons, you know, why they do this to you is that deep down, you know, they don't want to let you go, because you give love and care to them. You are their energy supply. Maybe you are a mother replacement, or you are a life partner replacement, or you give them sex or whatever you give them. They want to keep the benefits. And they don't realize, you know, they don't see the full big picture, because these kind of people, they don't, because they live in a sort of a bubble. They are blind to their own behavior in a big way. They don't want to face their issues and wounds, even though their intuition might be telling them that they should heal and change and really take responsibility. These people operate in patterns. A narcissistic person has these patterns with people, and they keep on repeating them until they die. And you just have to maintain your own sanity and your health, protect your peace, protect your life, as I always say. Notice when this person is creating the conflicts and drama and everything on their own, and remember that it's not your fault, it's not your issue, it's not your problem to fix or heal. You need to get out of this situation as soon as possible, and remember your own worth, that you deserve better, that this is just causing you unnecessary suffering if you stay in contact with this person. Personally, I'm very fed up with these kind of patterns when I've been noticing them happen in my life. That people try to make me a scapegoat out of nowhere, out of the blue. The people who were supposed to love me, care for me, accept me the way I am, listen to me, respect me, hear me out if I had something to say, to communicate my standards, my boundaries, my opinions. So I had no choice but to be empowering myself even more and to learn how, you know, things really are, be realizing things, and now I'm passing all the information forward, as you can see. And therefore I can help you do the same. But this is, you know, this is how it is. That they create trauma and then they blame you for everything.